Welcome back, friend. In our conversation today, we're going to be talking about January 19th. As we shift closer and closer to our Rave New Year, we only have a few days left. We're going to close off 2021 year with pure awareness. Okay, so let's take a look at what the 19th actually has to offer for us. And there isn't a huge shift here today. The shift is from the 33. Now we are in the fourth gate in the moon. And I want you to realize that every time we connect, I'm connecting at the same time just to keep it consistent at 1849, because that's when the new year starts. But know that every time we come on here, the moon has actually shifted through two gates from our last time that we talked, because it goes through 2.5 gates. So I mean, I guess 1.5 gate. So know that we're not missing something, okay? The moon flies around so fast that to keep up with that energy, the reflectors naturally have that capacity inside of them. For the rest of us, for the rest of the 99% of the people in the world, probably a little difficult to really tune into that. Shouldn't say it's not impossible, but it's not our main focus because that's not our decision making. Okay, so now with the moon in the 4, I love the 4 because it's the youthful folly. It's the gate of formalization. So inside of this particular gate, you might have heard me say it before, but the 4 actually has there's the actor, the liar. Things go on here in this gate that are so very important for us to really grasp. That number one, science, logic, it always has to be doubted. We must look at it with suspicion. We must, look at a pattern with suspicion and test it and retest it and test it and retest it. I will look at something like the Fibonacci code. And it is a time and tested pattern. We know that. It's pretty much in everything that we know of, okay? But in science that human beings are doing, we must be suspicious of that and test and retest all of that, because formulas can be shifted. We can be lied to through statistics. We see it all the time, okay? So the energy to beguile and succeed despite ignorance, freedom from retribution. So freedom from retribution, this is important. I'm just going to share this and be totally out in the open about this. With the serum that is being created and being injected into humans at this moment, all of those pharmaceutical companies have been had their freedom from retribution. They cannot be sued for any adverse effects. And what's really also very interesting is that the results of this massive human trial that's going on right now will not be shared until 2075. That's all in the documents. Go look at it. There's freedom from retribution. So understand this. Formulas are to be tested. Okay? But it's interesting to see that there is a freedom from retribution because that they stand behind the science. Now you might have this in your design. You want to be the one going, okay, I'm here to provide formulas and solutions for people. And they then can adopt those, utilize them, and test them. Okay? But the freedom from retribution is this. It is not your responsibility. It is not Gate 4's responsibility in any way, shape, or form that whatever it is that has been presented, if it's good, bad, right, or wrong, again, no morals. It's just the information. And it's up to other people to either accept it, decline it, or test it out. Okay? So this is the exact same thing with all the pharmaceutical companies on this planet right now that are creating the serums. There has to be a human trial that goes on. And they have a freedom from retribution because it's just that, it's a trial. So watch this happen on our planet. It's massively taking place right now. And it is up to you to say, okay, I either believe in the science or I don't believe in the science. I've tested it and I am now understanding it. Or I've tested it and it doesn't seem like it's correct for me. Okay, so that's all it today's transit really is, the shift, okay, that's happened here. So again, what are you being curious about? What are you too scared to look at? What are you scared to be curious about because it's like, ooh, what am I going to uncover if I go digging in this tiny little hole over here? So really get clear with yourself. And then I want you to test out your particular pattern and your formula. What is your formula? Is it working? Is it not working? Look at that. Okay. And this particular gate, anything that's in the Ajna center or the head center, all of that activation is actually for you to share it with the other person, to empower the other person. It's not about you taking all of that stuff that goes on here and manifesting it in your world. You want to use the consciousness field, the know thing, the potential. Give it a directive, let it flow through you, and then use your design, strategy, and authority to really put those Lego blocks down in front of you. All right, friends, have fun with that today, and we shall chat again tomorrow.